Hi, children. This is Captain Crabby. Captain Crabby was so excited to hear that you were coming on the show today. I'm looking, I'm looking for special children. Are you a special child? Oh, Mr. Crabby, I think there's special children there. Oh, can I see them? Oh, there he is. Oh. There they are. Look at them, Mr. Crab. Oh, there's a boy. I think he's from America, from Seattle, Washington, from California, from Kansas City, yes, and Charleston, Florida. Oh, I speak special children all over the place, from all over the world. They came from Africa. They came from China. Oh, Mr. Krabby, it's so exciting. Are you excited, Mr. Krabby? Yes, I know you. Oh, you want to give me a hug today? What are we going to tell him today, Mr. Krabby? Because on this adventure, we're going to look in your Bible. Whoa. And you read it, and it says, "Ask me for the nations." Ask me for the nations? Can I ask for a nation right there? What, a nation? Yes, sometimes in Africa and other places in the world, they don't have pink crabs. What? No pink crabs? Well, remember we were on the boat and Slothy the crab next to you lived in that pile of garbage and you had to learn to love him? Well, there's other children from other countries that you have to learn. What? 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 Do you want to hear the story, children, of how Mr. Krabby's grandfather went to Africa, went to Matadi in the Congo? Whoa! Oh, what happened? Well, what happened is they're on the ship, and they got on the ship, and we remember that Mr. Krabby goes down the stairs, bum 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 bum. Oh, yeah, as he went down the stairs, he remembered that there was a storm coming, and the other crabs were so scared they didn't know what to do. And Mr. Krabby goes down and he started to sing. Oh, and the other crabs, what? Mr. Krabby singing? When Mr. Krabby sings, it seems like the whole atmosphere, the whole ship feels better. It feels like light. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? The Lord. Hi, children. Have you ever been afraid on a boat or in the ocean? Well, these crabs had been on the ocean, but they were going to the ends of Africa. And they were going to storms. And, oh, Mr. Krabby, was it scary? For me, the Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Did you feel that, children? That was a calming love, a calming thing from heaven. Yes, heaven comes on the earth. And when you pray, do you know how to pray, children? Do you know how to pray? Let's pray. We ask you, Father, today, in this chapter of Mr. Krabby, that children have never prayed. They didn't know how to pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. You are mighty, you are full, you are pure, you are holy, you are full of joy. Oh, I love you, I worship you, I worship you, I worship you. I worship you. You're so good, Father. You're so good. You're so good. Children, when you pray, Mr. Crabby learned to pray when he was your age. He was about 7 years old. And when Mr. Crabby learned to pray, oh, who taught you to pray, Mr. Crabby? Did you? Opa. Yes, Captain Crabby is an Opa. He has 16 children. And I get to be one of them, Mr. Crabby. Did you learn to pray for him? It says, he would take me and he would walk down the beach, and he'd look at the waves, and I would walk next to him, and he would teach me how to pray. And I learned to pray. I learned to pray. Well, as I learned to pray, when it got bad and it got hard and there were storms of life, then I would kneel by my bed or lay on my bed. Better to get up and walk around, because sometimes you fall asleep when you pray. Have you ever fallen asleep, Mr. Crabby? Oh, what? You fell asleep? Oh, yes. It's okay. It's okay. I fall asleep too sometimes. But you know what? Hours and hours and hours. What? You pray hours? Yes, I pray hours. Pray. I pray. Oh. Ratai mama mohondo bo romondo bo sudakosila ilala sondo bo ro baba baba sanarabahai. What was that, Captain Crabby? Oh, that was my heavenly language. It's a language that comes into your heart, into your mouth, and you create. What? You create? Yes. When you talk and you pray, that love that comes out of your heart, the love that comes out of your words. Well, let's get to the story. Well, do they want to hear the story, Mr. Crab? Do you want to know the story of how I got on a boat? And when I was on the boat, down at the bottom of the boat, and the storms were coming, and there was such an amazing storm coming up. We'll tell the story, Mr. Crabby, yes. Oh, that story is real. Mr. Crabby got on a boat, and as he got onto the boat and he went downstairs, and he was down there in his little house, and he felt the waves coming. He felt the wind blowing. And when he felt that power of the boat going up, waves, down, waves, and when they went so high, the boat went way up in the air. And it made you feel like everything was moving. Everything was moving and moving and moving and moving. And when that storm came, Mr. Crabby learned that if you was just think about what it felt like when he was praying, then the peace came, the peace. And he would be so excited that when the peace came over him and that joy came out of him. Sometimes he would even sing that song. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I got the joy of Jesus in my heart, down in my heart. And I'm so happy. I'm so very happy. And when Mr. Crabby would sing those songs, all the other crabs, they would come around and they would listen to Mr. Crabby. And the fear left. It went away. And when it went away, they all went back to their rooms and to their little houses. And Mr. Crabby, he would climb back up. And when he climbed back up on top of on the deck, he decided he was going to go on the front of the deck. You know, the boats have that place right at the very front. Well, children, Mr. Crabby went to the top of where that was. What? Yes. Yes. And when he went up to the front of the boat would go up, and a wave would go, and Mr. Crabby would be holding onto the railing, and the water would go, it would go way over him, and he began to enjoy himself. He said, "This is so much fun. The boat is going, whoa!" And you know what? There was flying fish, and the fish would come, and when they would get to the top of the wave, the flying fish would sweep into the air. And when they would sweep in the air, they go with their fins, flying fish. Oh, children, when Mr. Crabby saw the flying fish, he goes, "What? Flying fish? I've never seen fish fly before. Where I was on the beach in Folly Beach, I didn't see any flying fish at all." But he was on the edge of that boat holding on. And as the next wave went up, oh, wow. And Mr. Crabby was holding on, and the waves were blowing, and the wind blew hard. There came dolphins. Do you like dolphins, children? They're kind of like these special fish that they love being on boats next to, not on boats, but they like to be next to boats. And they were going up, and the boat was going, and they were going, and the storm was going, and there comes another wave, and you know what happened, kids? There came flying fish again. And these flying fish would go right in front of the boat, and they would swim, and poof, they would go from the top of the wave into the next wave, and another group of them would come, and they would sweep into the air while Mr. Crabby was holding on with everything he had. Whoa, whoa, oh, yee. Well, as Mr. Crabby held on, the captain said, "We're getting closer and closer to Kinshasa." What's Kinshasa? What's Kinshasa, children? Well, it's a part of Africa. And when you know where Kinshasa is, I'm going to show you on a map, children. Here we are. And guess where this is? That is where Florida is. And they were going over the ocean, all across the Atlantic Ocean. And when they were getting ready to go down to where there was, see, this was Africa is right there. This is Africa. And they were going from America, from Florida, and they were and the boat was going all along here. See, this is where the boat was going. And when the boat would go like this, it had to make a turn right here. It had to go to Africa. And right here is where Matadi was. It was a harbor where boats could come, and when the boats would come in there was hundreds and hundreds of containers. Now, a container is filled with stuff that is needed from that place all around Africa. And they would pick up their goods from the ships, and the ships would come, and Mr. Crabby was on that boat. And when they got to Matadi, Mr. Crabby, he heard that there were crabs, dangerous crabs. And when Mr. Crabby, that one night, boom, he heard something. And he goes, "Oh, what? What was that?" They climbed up the top of the chain, one after another, one after another, one after another. And as they got closer and closer, and they got closer and closer, and they got up on the deck, whoa, look at that crab. Mr. Crabby, he goes, "Oh, no, you can't come on my boat." They wrestled and there came one crab, and another crab, and another crab, and Mr. Crabby became a general. Ha ha. Yes, children. My great-great-grandfather was a general, and I feel so brave. Do you want to be brave, children? Yes. I think there are some brave. Well, let me look and see. Are there brave children? there's one. Do you want to be brave? Well, I learned to be brave in fighting those crabs, and then crabs would come up on the boat, and I would no, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't come on my boat. And pretty soon, all those crabs got so scared of Mr. Krabby because he was bold, he was strong. He didn't hit him, but he had a voice. Whoa, stop! You will not go any further. Here and no further. Yes, Captain Crabby. Yes, Captain Crabby knows what he's talking about. Yeah, because Captain Crabby, he has also been in very difficult places. Well, that night, Mr. Krabby, before the other crabs came, you know what happened? He dreamed. He dreamed. And as he dreamed of a picture of another crab who owned a hotel for crabs. Have you ever heard of hotels for crabs? Well, in Mr. Krabby's stories, anything's possible. He believes in the impossible. Well, he dreamed this dream, and when he got that where the other bad crabs left, he got onto the shore, and he went and he found a hotel. And the man in the hotel, he owned an office. Have you ever known offices? You know where your daddy sometimes works? And well, he had his passport. Children, you know what that passport is? That is a passport. And in the passport, there's a picture of who you are. Well, Mr. Krabby had a passport. And when he got off the boat, they went into an office and they had to get checked in. They had to have a passport. Children, do you have any passports? Your mom and dad, I bet they have a passport. If they don't, say, Mommy, I want to go to the nations. I want to see different cultures and people. I want to live and be adventurous and be where other people have never gone. Well, Mr. Krabby, he went into that office and he looked at the man in the office. He said, I dreamed of you last night. What? What did you dream? Well, there was a picture on the wall, and I saw you shaking hands with your great-great-grandfather, and he was a crab of great stature. What? Why did you dream that? Well, I saw you had this desk, and there was a chair, and you came in that office, and you saw me. You saw me? Yes. He saw you, Mr. Krabby? Yes. And you know what? That man was so amazed that I was the person who called him. Well, he got on the telephone, and you know when he got on the telephone, I didn't know crabs could talk. Well, I know that crabs can't talk very much, but they can talk to other crabs. Crabs talk to other crabs. Yes, they do, children. They talk to other crabs. Well, he talked to this other crab, and the other crab goes, who are you? He says, I'm Mr. Krabby. What? Who are you? I'm Mr. Krabby. I called you from the boat, and I said I was coming, and you would come to get me. Well, what happened, Mr. Krabby? Well, in this story, this is a real story, the crab answered the phone. Well, the day before the crab answered the phone, the warring crabs had come and they cut the cable on the telephone, and there was no telephones. What? You don't have that cable on your telephone because you have a new iPhone or another kind of a phone, and they had cords on their phone. Well, the bad crabs came and they cut the wires so you could never get a phone call. Well, Mr. Krabby called and called and called, and he was so desperate. He said, "Oh God, would I get off the ship and I go and I have to show my passport? I need to talk to this man, Sony Kavutu." Sony Kavutu? Yeah, Sony Kavutu. And when he went into the office, Mr. Sony Kavutu, the crab, he goes, "Oh, you're the crab that called me. How did you do that? I've never heard of a crab talking over a telephone. Talking over a telephone with no cable? Where it was a miracle." And Mr. Krabby looked at the man, and the other man looked at him. And he experienced his dream coming to pass. And the man on the telephone got to meet Mr. Crabby, and Mr. Crabby had dreamed exactly of that man. And the two of them met, and they became very good friends. Well, Mr. Crabby, at the end of the story, we're going to tell some of the other parts of the story where Mr. Crabby, he went to a village of crabs. And that village of crabs had never seen a pink crab. Pink crabs? Well, all crabs are pink. No, there's the black crabs. And there's good black crabs. And there's bad black crabs. Well, Mr. Crabby, did you want to meet them? Yes. Let's go to the next episode. Bye-bye, children. How many of you want to see the next episode? I do. Do you want to raise your hands, children? I do. I want to see the next episode. where he goes in and they have a special food. What? Food? I like food. Well, Captain Crabby, we'll tell them the next story. So, children, I love you. You're special. Special, brave leaders. You are a brave leader. A brave leader, children. You are brave leaders. And you'll go places and do things that only you were created on the earth to do. What? Yes, that's the next story. Bye-bye, children.